What's going on, Bills fans? This is Bills Latest. We are brought to you by FanArc. And whoops, got that one wrong. I should not have gotten that one wrong. Hands up. Hands up. Should not have gotten that one wrong. Because who in the world would bring back Brady? Everybody out. Oh, well, he was a main topic in a lot of these coaching searches. I haven't heard shit since Penn State. He wasn't available for any head coaching positions. He was being looked at for Denver as an OC and another OC job. But Buffalo was scared to let him leave the building. They think they got the next Kyle Shanahan. You don't. You do not have the next Kyle Shanahan. I'm sorry. This is, again, 2 years too late. You could have had a Ben Johnson. You could have had a Liam Cohen. You could have had these guys, but you didn't want to move off of who you had. And now I get it. I hear a lot. Oh, well, we put up 30 points a game and da-da-da-da-da. You did. Fantastic. Fantastic. How did that work out for you? Not great, right? Not great. Defense was giving up a lot of points, right? Did anybody notice how Joe Brady would start a lot of these games throwing the football, not even running it with our rush leader? And then come second half, the very first possession, they would run the ball a bunch and then start to take the game over. Who do you think told them to run the football? McDermott. Not Joe Brady saying, "Oh, I better get back." No. The guy is clueless on the identity of his offense. His offense is hand it off to Cook, pray, leave it in Josh's hands, pray, or run a tight end in a flat and pray. There's no motion like Kyle Shanahan and some of these other guys. It is dead on arrival offense. You don't see Josh checking down much, changing the play up. I don't get the lure of Joe Brady. I am sorry. And this is escalating even. I don't know. Only Buffalo could make this more of a shit show. They're the only ones that could make it a shit show like this. Because now you got to wonder. You had Josh in all of these head coaching meetings, right? Is he just scared of learning a new offense? Does he not think he can? Because now with Brady being kept, the offense isn't going to change. It's not going to change. So now you don't have to worry about Josh learning a new offense. They'll probably bring in a offensive coordinator for sure. It'll be for show. It'll be Brady calling the plays. I just don't see. I never saw good game management out of Brady from the offensive side of the ball. So what makes me think that he is going to be great on the management side of the ball defensively? I just don't see it. I just don't see it. And man, Josh, I don't know if this was the right call. I don't know if this was the right call, man. Because your good old owner in Pagula said after that Denver loss, that locker room was gone. We needed to make changes. Well, here's your change. Same guy. New role. Higher role. Failed up. Another failed up like Bean. So you're telling me, Pagula, that this changes that locker room? To me, it feels and sees. It just seems like this was all a ploy to get McDermott out of there. You couldn't get head coaches to even come to a meeting. So I am not shocked that Brady is the head coach. This should have been done years ago. Now you're behind the ball. You are 2 to 3 years behind the ball, and you're just playing catch up. And I'm a little nervous it's gonna be a little too late. A little too late. Because if you do not hit a home run in this draft or in free agency, what makes you think this team will be any better than this year's team? Plus, you'll have Burrow back, Mahomes back, Jackson back. It's not gonna get easier. So it'll be real interesting to see how free agency breaks down, how the draft goes. I'm already looking at some of these early projections as far as drafts, and they're gonna take a linebacker. They'll take a defensive side of the ball. And to be honest with you, I do not want them to even attempt to draft a wide receiver. Because I don't know if people saw the clips going around. Bean wanted Coleman. They just pulled the wool over your eyes and just tried to hope and pray that tape wasn't out there somewhere of Brandon saying he wants Coleman, because it's out there. This guy better not draft a wide receiver. He better not even think about it. Go get George Pickens. Go make a move for Jalen Waddle. Go try to get Justin Jefferson. You don't have time to try to draft a wide receiver and curate him into a wide receiver one. Too much of a risk. If Buffalo and Pagula and Bean do not realize their window has now closed to 1 to 2 years max, they are clueless, because Josh will leave. Then you'll be stuck with a new stadium that you can't sell tickets to because you got no quarterback. So again, they better figure the draft out. They better figure free agency out, because if they don't, these fans are going to be insane. You already have people requesting money back from season tickets to the new stadium. How many people had that on their 2026 bingo card? And I don't know what you could expect to change. None of these hirings and firings have done anything to change the culture. You have gotten rid of one guy who was your scapegoat in McDermott. Do not be surprised if this team goes 10-8 next year, 10-7. I just don't see them, especially with everybody else being healthier, your Burrow, your Mahomes. It isn't going to be like this year. It'll be a while again before we see a Super Bowl matchup with somebody like Drake May and Sam Darnold. So, Buffalo, you better buckle up, because it is going to get interesting, my friends. But that has been it for today's Bills the Latest. Again, we were brought to you by FanArc. We hope you hit that like and subscribe button down below. It helps us out tremendously. And again, we'll be back with more content for you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much.